You want to know something crazy? Only 1% of visual artists make 5,000 or more per month consistently. 1%. It's actually less than 1%. Sounds crazy, right? So what do it take to become one of that 1%? The very few, the very limited. There's literally hundreds of thousands of visual artists. If you watch this, you want to make consistent sales. But if you want to be a part of that 1%, what do it take? Well, my name is Jarrell Henry. And in the past 3 years, I literally helped hundreds of artists actually make it to that 1%. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about the #1 mental shift you have to have in order to get there. And if you can make this mental shift, you could literally achieve the 1% of visual artists literally in the next 3 to 6 months. But you have to be crazy dedicated. With that being said, let's jump straight into the video. So here's the thing. In order to get into the 1%, that means you have to do things 99% of visual artists are not willing to do. That means you have to do the hard stuff, the discipline stuff, the stuff that's just not so fun and cool. What does this look like? This means becoming disciplined at an all-time high. I learned this from one of my mentors who is extremely successful, and he called this monk-like discipline. I personally call it ghost mode. So if you want to go ghost mode, what do it take? Well, I'm going to lay that out in this video. And before I even get started, I want to say if you apply the things I'm about to share with you in this video, it literally becomes impossible for you not to succeed. Like, success will literally be the only option. If you wanted to make 10,000, 12, 15,000 per month consistently, you'll be able to achieve those numbers with ease. But you have to understand this mindset and this shift that have to happen in your life if you want to get there and get there soon. So with that being said, I'm going to jump straight into it. You see, the reason 99% of people don't succeed is because of lack of discipline. Now, you may think you're being disciplined, but you're really not. Let's talk about it. You see, if you want to get to that 1%, we're talking 5,000 per month or more. You have to become crazy. I talked about this in other videos, but let me break this down. This is the thing. You most likely work a 9-to-5 job. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, that's fine. But you need to see every single waking minute outside of that job is a minute for you to put towards your art career. You have to become a little crazy. You have to remove literally every single distraction. So I'm going to break down these distractions. I'm going to talk about how to remove them and how to really crush it and become extremely successful at the art space or literally anything you want to be successful in. And it's coming from someone who literally spent their time sleeping on the floor just 4 years ago. I didn't have a bed. I was trying to figure things out, and I went from there to basically being at least some sort of successful at this point. So let me stop babbling on. Let's get to the good stuff. So here's the thing. If you really want to tap into ghost mode, first thing first, delete every app on your phone that do not have to do with you succeeding as a visual artist. I'm talking about TikTok, I'm talking about Snapchat, I'm talking about Instagram, Twitter, or whatever apps you probably hang out on. Now you may say, but Jarrell, I need Instagram if I want to succeed. Here's the thing, that's very true. But you don't need to be on Instagram every day. So what I recommend is that you delete the app. When you want to upload a picture, you download the app, upload the picture, delete the app. And as long as you continue to do that, it's going to be extremely easy for you to remain consistent, focused, and disciplined. You see, here's the thing. The key to being disciplined is to not try to avoid the distractions, but it's to completely just remove them. You see, the average person spends about 3 hours a day on social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and all those other pretty cool apps. But think about it, that's 3 hours a day. Imagine the next artist that's down the street from you taking those same 3 hours and devoting that time to learning how to take their art career to the next level. Literally in just 1 week, that artist will have 15 hours more than you dedicated specifically to learning how to sell their artwork and become successful in the visual art space. In 1 week, that artist would most likely be in position to start making sales. And in 2 weeks, that's 30 hours strictly towards studying how to become successful as a visual artist in just 2 weeks. 30 hours. So most likely at that point, they will be making sales and they'll pretty much be on track to consistency. Literally in just 2 weeks. You see, what goes on for majority of artists in today's time is that what happens is we may invest 30 minutes. Maybe we'll see a fun little video on YouTube like this one, and you may think, that's a cool video, I'm gonna watch this. And then we watch the video, we invest 15 minutes, then we go back to Instagram, and then we on Instagram, and then we scrolling, and we actually never really apply what we learn. And we do this for 365 days. So then an entire year goes by, and they realize, holy crap, I've been in the same position I was in literally a year ago. And then the next year comes and you say, you know what, this is gonna be the year. Everything is gonna change. But why don't you watch this video? Make right now the year. Delete all apps. You only upload it on an app when you need to. And that's meaning when you need to post whatever you want to post on that app. Now, what's the second thing? I kind of mentioned this, but I'm gonna just mention it in detail. That's education. You have to become crazy obsessed with education. I mean, what I used to do when I first was trying to learn how to sell artwork so I could start my business to help a ton of artists succeed, I used to take my phones, put them in an entire different room, and I used to get on the computer and literally educate myself. I used to watch as many trainings and stuff as I can, and I used to set a goal to apply exactly what I learned in extreme detail and see what the result may be. You see, the problem is a lot of people are learning, but they're not taking the next couple steps, which is actually applying and then seeing the result. They will watch a video like this one, and then after they watch the video, they're gonna say, that's some good information, and then go on with the rest of their day and forget completely about the video. After you watch this video, you should be taking notes, and then you should review those notes, and then over the next week you should be applying these notes. And then at the end of this video, you should not have no apps on your phone. That's absolutely vital to your life, and that's typically every single app other than the apps that come on the phone. And then from there, you should be applying exactly what I'm talking about, which means going into information gathering mode like crazy, learning as much information as you possibly can, and really becoming obsessed with the information you learn. After you learn the information, step number 3 is strictly apply. You applying that information you learn in extreme detail. You're gonna apply, and you're gonna apply like crazy. You're gonna reapply, you're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna apply again, and then you're gonna look at the result. The result is not always that you grew, but then after you look at the result, you're able to see what you may have done wrong, and then you go back and re-watch that same information, the same video, nothing new, and then you reapply again. You see, once you continue this cycle, you're gonna start to find yourself becoming more successful. But you're becoming more successful because you're learning information, applying it, and then tweaking what don't work and then reapplying. So it becomes impossible for you not to succeed. Alongside that, in your typical day, if you have 3 hours to spare or even 2 hours, carve that time completely out for 5 days out the week. So you know every single day for 2 hours, I'm gonna devote 100% of my attention. Keep in mind, attention, that means no phones, no distractions, no side videos, no music. 100% of my attention to learning exactly how to take my art career to the next level. Now, what happens is, once again, at just 2 hours for 5 days a week, that's 10 hours in that week with undivided attention towards one goal. That means in a typical week, you'll be 10 hours smarter, which is a lot. It's a lot. So imagine just 30 days later. 30 days later, that's 40 hours strictly focused on one goal, and that's to educate yourself on how to sell your artwork. It's impossible at that point for you not to become better at selling your artwork, but you have to become crazy. This is called ghost mode. Basically, you're removing yourself from all the entertainment, all the distractions, the social media posts, everything that you see online, and you're putting your head down and you're focusing 100% on your art career. You're removing the distractions, you're focusing on one thing, and you're applying that one thing. And as long as you do that consistently, you'll see results. I get asked all the time, Gerard, why don't you follow anyone on Instagram? I don't follow anyone on Instagram simply because I don't want to go on Instagram, see people post, and the next thing you know, I get caught into this trap of scrolling for 45 minutes. That's 45 minutes wasted out of my day. So instead, I don't have Instagram on my phone. I literally download the app, go on Instagram, post a story, respond to whoever I need to respond to, and delete the app. But that allows me to stay focused. It allows me to stay ghost mode. I'm not on there scrolling. I'm not answering the phone for friends, families, talking for hours about my day. That's completely irrelevant. I'm strictly staying focused, laser focused, sharp focus. And when you do this, you're gonna find yourself progressing because you're putting all of that focus towards one goal, and it's specialized focus, which basically means means that you're literally honing in on that one thing, becoming a freaking genius. If you do that literally for just 3 months straight, it's gonna be impossible for you not to be making at least 5,000 per month, only because you obsessed over one thing. You will be bettering yourself day after day after day for literally 90 days straight. And after those 90 days, I promise you'll see a huge change in your alt career. With that being said, reflect on yourself. Ask yourself, have you ever done this before, or anything close to it? I'm talking about not just on a small scale, but becoming a bit insane, becoming a bit crazy, like really obsessing over this stuff to make sure you become successful. I'll leave you with this. Right now I'm 25 years old, and I get asked all the time, like, how the heck do you know this information? What makes you so special? How the heck did you help all these artists achieve these results? And I tell them, well, here's the thing. For 4 years straight, 4 years, I spent every single day with dedicated time focused to one goal and one goal only. There's probably not a training, a mentor, a seminar, anything educational that I haven't seen, watched, or paid for to learn the information I learned. And then after I learned it, I applied it and applied it and applied it and applied it like crazy. Luckily for you, you don't have to go through 4 years. I put all the information here on this YouTube channel for you to apply. All you have to do is actually learn it and apply it. With that being said, if you found this video valuable, I'm gonna put another video here to show you where you should start with your alt career if you wanna start making sales pretty much with ease. It's not gonna be selling at the highest price point, but I promise you, if you follow the things you see in this video, you will start selling artwork consistently. With that being said, peace.